Hello, my name is Nerby, also known as Nursey, and to plenty of people these days, I'm also known as Redacted. Now, looking at me, you probably have a lot of questions rising from you, like, wow, Nursey, you look white and nerdier than usual. And you know, that's a pretty fair, because that's pretty much true. And I am making this video to simply address things like that, because I am going to be making a much more serious video addressing my controversy that happened about almost 3 years ago now, and I'll begin the details about that soon enough. But this video is to help make sure people aren't too distracted by how different things are now for me, and make sure people know what's going on, and they'll have a whole video addressing questions like that. I'm sure some people won't will just ignore this video completely, and that's whatever. At least people can say that at least I tried. So one of the first things you're probably going to notice is that, wow, Nursey, you look fatter, which, yeah, pretty fair criticism. I definitely have gained a lot of weight. I weigh 180 pounds now, and for reference, when I first started playing competitive Team Fortress 2, that picture people posted me a lot at Ring Land 1 where I had the flu and I was wearing the doggy hat and broken Pikachu socks. I weighed at 90 pounds, so I am double the weight of what I started with. While I definitely am a little bit overweight, it is still much better weight for me. I am much more healthier physically because of it. I do work out routinely. I do exercise. I am taking much better care of myself physically, and I am much happier because of it. It is a big reason why I'm able to keep myself motivated and things like that. And another thing to point out is that I don't go by she her pronouns anymore. I stopped going by those pronouns a couple years ago by this point, not long after I was banned, and that's a feeling I had since before I was banned. I was simply afraid to tell people how I felt because I knew people looked up to me as a role model, and I was afraid of hurting them when I announced, hey, this is when I go by anymore. But with that being said, I've learned how to not care about what people think, but I'll talk about that later. But after I was banned, I realized people probably don't look up to me as a role model anymore, so this will be an easier thing for me to address. And that also affects my appearance. While I did just get my hair cut and I didn't shave today or all that yada yada, I just tell people call me whatever they want. She, her, fine by me. He, him, fine by me. They, them, fine by me. I personally don't care. It doesn't bother me what people refer to me as. I know my situation's all over the place, so it can be confusing for some people. So if you haven't been following my Twitter, whatever you want, man. All right, so next thing we're going to talk about is my mental health. I'm sure my mental health is a thing of debate for plenty of people, and that's perfectly fair and to be expected because when I was playing TF2 in my Twitter, around when I was playing TF2 to after I was banned from TF2, all of it's just borderline unhinged. Now, this isn't due to some severe something going wrong with my brain. I don't have autism or anything like that. This is mostly due because I simply just don't have a lot of social experience under my belt, or I haven't at the time, because I pretty much grew up homeschooled. Not really, but I'm just going to say that just to keep it simple. And I never really got a lot of social experiences under my belt. I grew up pretty much trapped in my house for 2 years straight, not against my will. It's a whole thing, and I just never went outside. Literally, I felt unable to go outside. I was one of those people. I'm not agoraphobic, but I was pretty much one of those people that was afraid to leave the house, and it had a huge impact on my ability to socialize with people. And this led to a lot of situations that probably shouldn't have happened in the first place. I was rude when I wasn't expecting it to people. I was being mean. I was talking a lot of shit, being desperate to fit in with the wrong type of people, and all that yada yada. And going to therapy and getting a job and playing TF2, I started getting these social experiences under my belt. And truth be told, I never really had a lot of social experiences when I played Comp TF2. Just like how I weighed 90 pounds when I started playing Comp TF2, whatever 90 pounds is for brain socializing is probably what I had going on my brain. I just had no experience under my belt. I started in TF2 and really a bad time to start learning how to socialize because I did a lot of things I regret in hindsight, like just being rude to people, trying too hard to fit in, starting drama that I shouldn't have started. And this is completely disregarding the band. Before my band, I just did plenty of stupid shit, disregarding the things I was being banned for. But that being said, same thing as my physical health, my mental health improved tremendously. I started going to therapy, and therapy realized that I just had a very bad thinking pattern. I cared way too much about things I should be concerned with, but not as concerned with as I have been. And then I started getting on medication, which helps me keep my brain pretty much from thinking straight. I have a pretty bad anxiety disorder, so it's hard to what is it? Pretty much always have an underlying feeling of anxiety, no matter how I feel. The medication gets rid of the underlying feeling, and it makes it much easier to think straight. Even without the medication, I still function much better now because of the new thinking process. But that being said, the medication has also been tremendous help, and as you can see, hopefully you can see at least that, yeah, physically and mentally I'm doing much better. And if you look around right now, you probably realize I'm in a completely different location. That is because I moved. While I do heavily encourage for people to live with their parents to get that free rent money, I did it because I really want to focus on being much more independent. I got a job that I love a lot right now, and I also got a girlfriend that I love a lot. She's been one of my best friends for years, and it's really motivated me to thinking I gotta focus on being more independent, not only for myself but for people that I love like her. And I'm going to be moving again within next week, so by the time the next video comes out, I'm probably going to be in a new location by that point. And with that being said, those things I just mentioned kind of sound braggy, and there's only a reason why I mention that. Because I just want people to understand that a lot of people tell me, Nursey, you gotta move on from TF2, Team Fortress 2, which is a perfectly reasonable thing to say. I just want people to know that I have been moving on in my own ways. I know I talk about Team Fortress 2 way too much, and I'd be lying if I said I don't think about it every day. But with that being said, look at my physical health. I've been getting much better every day. My mental health has been getting better every day. And then everything else like that, my girlfriend, job, and all that stuff, has been improving. I play other games competitively. I have other hobbies I care about. So I have been moving on. TF2 really is only a fraction of my free time, even though I think about it a lot. And I know all I tweet is just really TF2 stuff, so it probably looks like it's the only thing that I ever do ever, which, again, perfectly fair. But I just want people to understand that I do make efforts to move on. And again, that's also kind of a reason why I am making this video, and the next video that'll be coming up. It's just kind of an effort to move on. I'd be lying to you guys if I said I would love nothing more to be unbanned from TF2 and to enjoy the things I did before. To have Banny and Habib call me stupid, even Demento from my Highlander team to call me stupid. Those are things in the hindsight I cherish to death, and they are memories I'll never forget. And even if 90% of the community suddenly changed their mind that I'm not this dangerous predator or whatever, the reality is that if I do get unbanned, I probably wouldn't be allowed to do more than just probably be a backup or just uh, play pickup games every now and then. Not because I don't have the time, because I do have that. What my schedule with all that stuff, I definitely have the time to play Comp TF2. The problem is that simply you could just never get past what I've done, and this is something I'm going to address very harshly in the video. But one thing I need people to understand, whether you're a supporter of me or someone who hates me, there's a clarification that needs to be said that I think is super important. There is no claiming that I'm an innocent soul here that's never done anything wrong. No, I've definitely done some wrongs. Like, my controversy for a while was banned. No matter how you spew it, there were definitely mistakes made. Now, I'm going to argue that those mistakes weren't done because I am a dangerous predator who's foaming at the mouth trying to prey on children. But nonetheless, there were mistakes that happened purely out of irresponsibility. And again, I will be addressing it when the next video comes out. But I just really want people to understand, I am not innocent. I know I'm not innocent. I'm sure the friends I talked about this know I'm not innocent. The only thing I want to clear up is that every bad decision I made wasn't done out of malice. It wasn't done out of perversion. It was simply done because I was a massive moron back then. And again, I'll be addressing in more detail when that video comes out. But that being said, with everything I just mentioned, that my life is going good, my physical and mental health is going good. Things really have only gotten better for me since I got banned from TF2. But I'm not here to brag about that and try to spite people that hate me with positivity or whatever, or something like that. I am simply making this video so people aren't confused or thinking about the wrong stuff when I make a much more serious video. Because when that next video comes out, I want people to only focus about my controversy and what I'm going to say in that video. I don't want people thinking like, wow, Nursey's gotten fat, or Nursey looks like a stupid white boy now, or something like that. I want people to focus on the much more serious subject when that video comes out. Whether people watch it or not, or even going to watch this beforehand, I can't dictate. But what I can dictate is that I am trying my absolute best, and I do think it shows, and hopefully we can, hopefully I can move forward from this, and me and my friends and everyone that cares about me can move forward too. But until that video comes out, I do greatly appreciate anyone who's gave the time to look at this video for my life update, and I will be working on the next video as soon as I can. And I do apologize if it's a little rambly, because I really don't want to go the script route, because if I make a script, it gives me so much time to think about it, and I feel like if you're the worst person on the planet, you give a monkey a keyboard, they're gonna, like, you know, they're gonna, I don't know, fucking make Shakespeare or whatever, that whole thing. It's like I really don't really want the time to sit there and type and think about what I'm going to say to make myself sound like a perfect saint. I want to be absolutely as real as I possibly can with people. And being real involves admitting that there were mistakes made and how to move forward and addressing everything that happened. But again, when that video comes out, thank you all again for watching. Hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video. If you just want to come and say something mean to me in the comments, you're more than free. I can't stop you. Have a good one.